Commencing counter-tyranny operations. Well, Silicon Valley giant Intel, as of August 17, 2016, is happy to announce that machine learning has become mainstream and is being marketed to the free market masses as a means to increase your competitive advantage. Well, we all know the race to the top can sometimes be a brutal, cutthroat clusterfuck, and can we really afford that when it comes to machine learning? For instance, we don't really have rules of the road or proper rollout or implementation of such grand ideas here, especially when some of the smartest people on this panel at the highest levels of government are still falling short. Okay, and let me tell you what I mean by that. So this chick right here asks, where do we keep humans in the loop to make sure that the Terminators don't kill us all? And this guy's like, well, the power is in whoever writes the code. That's your fail-safe. Don't write crazy code. You don't get crazy machines doing crazy things. Now, for somebody like me, this guy looks like Captain Obvious. Okay, that's like, okay, tell me something I don't know, Captain Obvious. The problem here is, just like this chick didn't know that low-level, parameter-based limited field computing algorithms fly planes on autopilot, okay, most of the time. But when we're talking about machine learning, deep thought neural networks, interconnectivity with the Internet of Things and all these various different devices, and then getting further integrated into various other networks without proper encryption or fail-safes, slowly creeping into interconnectivity with military sectors and government sectors even. We're getting into dangerous territory here. Okay. Now, what this guy, Captain Obvious here, who seems to be the smartest of this five-person panel, doesn't know, or doesn't seem to know, or at least didn't allude to knowing, is that we already have a whole bunch of kids running around letting machines write code for machine learning, which then crunches equations that then get passed on into deep thought neural networks and then translate up back through the Internet of Things. And it's this big reciprocal ecosystem of uncontrolled code that humans never wrote from the beginning, and the machines take it from there and then recycle, recompute, and the humans are already cutting themselves out of the loop. You see, we have this interesting habit of shooting ourselves in the foot and saying, let the machines do it all. Okay, for instance, the automatic transmission comes out for the car. Next thing you know, only 3% of Americans drive a manual transmission. I just happen to be one of them because I like to actually have a control of my systems, okay? And now people are going as far to not learning how to read maps, let the GPS do it, let Waze take you everywhere, and now we have self-driving cars with automatic transmissions and integrated GPS navi systems that are used for the sole purpose of actually driving the car, that basically just take you from point A to point B, okay? So we have this really interesting habit of fearing the machines, rightfully so, and questioning the proper rollout of all this technology, yet we embrace it to such a degree, we're like, let the machines fucking do it, okay? And here's case in point, okay? Here's this guy, 125,000 subscribers in just a few years, putting up videos as recently as 2 weeks ago or sooner, in his prime, 29 to 35 years of age, I would have to say by the look of him. And he's talking about machine learning, deep thought neural networks, interconnectivity, Internet of Things, all that type of junk. And he's in it, all right? He's writing code, he's using script, he's running programs, he's crunching numbers. And even these kids, there's two problems. Number one, a lot of them don't know history. They don't know the mistakes that have been made by letting certain technologies get out of control and what can happen there. And number two, they have the inherent ADD, always grabbing for the next thing, can't really settle down, got to have the latest, greatest, don't fully understand any one program they get their hands on because they can't sit down for long enough to fully understand it. They got, here's the latest and greatest, my buddy referenced that, okay, got to check into that type thing. All right? And they're running programs through these, and this guy, one of his videos is great, okay, I love it. It's classic, okay, classic humans ready to let the Terminators kill everybody, okay? So he's crunching these high-level algorithms in these programs here, and he's using a lot of terms like maybe, should, might, indecisive, inconclusive, probabilities, not certainties type terminology when he's crunching these numbers because he doesn't know. All right? He's gotten so far down the line crunching numbers at such scale that his little brain just cannot keep up with the work he's already generated, so he's falling back on the computer to finish the equation. All right? The machine learning, I should say, and the deep thought neural networks, and then, recycle, recompute, and the machines are doing all of it, okay? So Skynet is already online, it just doesn't know it yet, okay? That's the fucking scary thing going on here. So if you've got political and military power, you got to think even harder and faster and more seriously in a more dedicated framework than you already are. Okay? Than you already are. Like, if you have somebody that erases 5 years of their progress to meet you halfway and try and help you out, take them on board. Establish a fucking dialogue and don't just laugh at some dude in a glass house. Under your big brother surveillance, oh, look at him, the man stuck it to that guy. No, I'm here to stop you from killing yourselves. You understand that? So stop fucking around and let me help you not kill yourselves. Because that's where we're going. You see what's going on around here? Machine learning is already a mainstream competitive edge to be attained in the cutthroat race to the top, yet you don't even have proper frameworks in place for the rollout. And Captain Genius over here with his super obvious statements about code being written by humans is how you keep a lid on things. Well, somebody already took the lid off. You understand? Somebody already took the fucking lid off. And the people that are trying to at least keep themselves in the loop are still relying on the machines to finish the equation when their brain power runs out. Okay? So maybe it's just an inevitability that Skynet come online because we can't seem to do anything anymore. The machines do it for us. They drive us. They navigate for us. They shift for us. Okay? So I'm just saying, stop fucking around and take the greatest minds you see on board because you're going to need them. All right? And pay them what they need to have the resources to actually work for you properly as well. All right?